All right, guys. So we are doing our values exercise. And the reason this is important is to know what you stand for. You know that old quote out there that if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything, right? So we want to know and identify what our values are. And why that is important is because when we know what our core values are, when we know ourselves and know those core values, it helps us in decision making and when opportunities arise. Most people have a hard time in decision making, mainly because they don't really know what they kind of stand for or the direction that they're going. I'm hoping with the vision statement, those kind of things that we've been doing in our legacy builders, that you've kind of got an idea and a direction. Well, having the values will kind of help you make a decision when the opportunities arise. Is this a match? Or is it not a match? It kind of helps you serve, it kind of helps serve as guardrails as you are making decisions and as you are progressing towards your towards that vision. So I'm going to go through this step by step, and I want you to do this exactly as I do. Do as I do, right? And for those of you that may be watching this on YouTube and would like to take part, you can reach out to me and I'll send you the values card as well. So there's about 30 values on here. We know that there are tons more of those, ton more values out there. But here's the deal, right? It's if you see so many of them, you can kind of get bogged down. So we wanted to, we created some of the top 30, I guess you would say. You can write in some as well if you want to. So this is what you're going to do. First, you're going to take out your values card, and there's 10 on each page, right? So we've got 3 pages of 10. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your values card and you're going to kind of read some of these, right? And as you read some of those, if it doesn't really speak to you, like if it doesn't, it's like, that doesn't really, that's not really me, just X it off, right? There are going to be some that are like, I don't know. And then there's going to be some like, yes, that really speaks to me. And then there are going to be others that are like, not really. What we're starting off with is we're starting off with the ones that are, not really. That's not really me right there, right? And you can exit off. 2 things real quick before you start Xing off stuff. There is no judgment here, right? This is a you and you deal. Don't be thinking in the back of your mind, like, oh man, if I mark off as I did, efficiency and effectiveness, that people are going to judge me. I should be efficient. I should be effective, right? But there's no judgment here. Maybe I filtered that. One of my core values is filtered through a different word, maybe a stronger word for me, right? But maybe efficiency is something that really speaks to you, right? We're all different. So first step is go through here and X off the ones that just do not speak to you. So I'm going through here and I'm Xing off, right? I'm Xing off. And, some of these, I'm looking at some of the ones that I've got X'd off here on my very first page. Effectiveness, efficiency, fairness, honesty. What? I marked those off. Are you kidding me? Right? And then the other thing is, I know I mentioned this in our Legacy Builders call, our mastermind group earlier today, that, if most people want to make faith and family in their top values. But here's the deal. Don't force it, right? Do not force it. If it's not in your top 5, it is okay. Again, you may filter it through a different word. So I'm going through here. I'm looking at every single page and I'm Xing off the ones that just do not stand out to me. My next page, money and wealth do not stand out to me. Perfection does not stand out to me. Quality does not stand out to me. Going to the next page, accountability does not stand out to me. Commitment, competence, authority, customer satisfaction. Man, what's up with that? All these, none of these stand out to me, right? So now that is step 1. All the ones that do not just jump out at me, I'm going to X them off. My next step is, so step 2 is I'm going to go through here and all the ones that do stand out to me, I'm going to circle the ones that stand out to me, right? Each page, I'm going to circle, and if you circle every single one of them on the page, that's okay, right? That's all right. But the ones that really jump out at you, it's not the ones that are kind of, but it's the ones that really jump out. So I'm going through here on my first page, and family and fitness and growth and faith really jump out to me. Go to the next page. Legacy really jumps out to me. Creativity and innovation, courage, achievement, all those kind of jump out to me. All right. So that's my next step. I'm going to circle all the ones that jump out at me. My next step is I'm going to look at all the ones that I circled, and I'm going to put an asterisk by my top 5, right? My top 5. And actually, I'm not even going to put an asterisk. I'm going to get me another sheet of paper, and I'm going to write down on another sheet of paper what my top 5 are. Now, this may take you a little bit of time, some thinking into. For me, the top 5 really jumped out. It was clear cut what my top 5 were. For you, it may just take a little more thinking, and that's okay. So I'm going to go through the ones that I circled, and I'm going to write down my top 5. This is no particular order just yet, right? So my top 5, I'm going to write down. I wrote down faith. I wrote down family. I wrote down fitness. I wrote down growth. And then I wrote down legacy, right? So those are my, Cory Lee, my top 5: faith, family, fitness, growth, and legacy, right? So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and write your top 5 out. Now I want you to kind of look at those top 5. And I really want you to think about those top 5 that you've gotten written down there. And I want you to circle the number 1 value, your number 1 value, right? The one that you value the most, like, that is me, that is me. And on another sheet of paper, maybe on that same sheet of paper or down at the bottom, I want you to write that word, that value, and then why is that value your number 1 value? Why is it that that one stands out to you? And I want you to write a sentence of, my top value is blank, and this is why it's my top 5. This is my top value. So I'm gonna read you mine again. My top 5: faith, family, fitness, growth, and legacy. My number 1 value is legacy. And this is why I wrote legacy as my number 1 value. Legacy is my top value because I want to make a lasting impact on the lives of other people and on my family and on the community I live in, which extends beyond my life, leaving a legacy in every area of my life where my faith is evident with action, and that is passed on to show what God can and will do through someone who allows him to do so, leaving a legacy with our children of how a man loves and leads a family and the world he is called to. So I told you that faith, family, fitness, and growth and legacy were my top 5. Legacy is my number 1, but all these other values are filtered through my top value of legacy. My faith is filtered through legacy. I don't want it to stop right here. I don't want to be a reservoir. I want to be a river that my faith flows through. My family, I don't want to just impart to our kids. I want to impart things to them that it flows through them to our grandkids, kids, right? Fitness is a top priority, is one of the top values for me. I'm always going to do something fitness wise, and I want that to flow through me to impart to our kids how and why living a healthy and active lifestyle is important. And then growth, love growth. I wouldn't be doing this kind of stuff if that's not my value, but I don't want it to stop here. I want it to be a river, not a reservoir. So that's what we're going to do. So one last time, your steps are: X off the ones that do not stand out to you. Then go back and circle all the ones that really jump out at you. From those that really jump out at you, get you a sheet of paper and your top 5. Write out your top 5 in no particular order. And then of those top 5, circle the number 1 value. And then you're going to write a sentence, whatever that looks like for you. Again, no judgment here, guys. No judgment, right? This is a you and you deal. But write a sentence of why that value is your top value. And then I really want you to do some serious thinking into, if that is my top 5, if that is my top value, consider the top 5. If these are my top 5 values, are they really evident in my life? I'm saying these are the top things that are important to me. These top 5 things are important to me. is there evidence to prove that those are truly my top 5, or am I just saying it and not living it out? So, guys, I hope you will do that. I challenge you to do that. It's very powerful. I think it'll help you in decision making. And go ahead and share that into our group. I'd love to hear what your top 5 are and your top 1 is. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and great weekend. I'm about to send this out in an email. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to find out more about legacy builders or one-on-one coaching where we do these kind of things, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll put that in the link below. So guys, y'all have a great day and God bless.